All right, everybody, welcome back to another free watch list video. This is for your weekly swings starting Monday, January 29th. I put these videos out for you guys for free every single day, so make sure you're subscribed, make sure you click that thumbs up, and make sure you follow along with these plays. The weekly swing setups that are given out on this channel, on average, we are 80% plus in the success rate on these hits. You can go back and look at some of the review videos or even some of the videos I've done on the weekly swing plays, and you'll find out that 80% of the time, 80% of these plays work out in our favor. So let's get started on this list. I am going to tell you that the screen you guys are looking at is TradingView. If you've never used TradingView before, this is how I find all my trades. This is how I follow all my trades outside of my brokerage. If you're looking for something like this, I've got a free link down below. It'll get you a 30-day trial to their sub-based services and then up to $30 off of their subscription services if you decide to actually go ahead and use it. But you can try out the services free for 30 days with the link down below. Let's get started on this list. AFRM. I'm not going to go into theory. If you guys want theory, I've got plenty of playlists on this channel, or I have a Discord, which is free. That link is in the description below, but there's a paid portion of that Discord that gives you a 1-hour course that gives you the theory behind what we do here. There's also live trading bots that's part of that membership. There's one-on-one time with me. There's a top 5 from these setups that I'm giving out right now and a bunch of other things. So that link is in the description below, but the Discord is free to join. So we've got AFRM. AFRM, 2 up, finished red. What does that tell us? That tells us that we opened here last week, the buyers were in control and the sellers took it back, and we ended up closing red on the week. That's telling me the sellers are in control, and it's a very high probability, and that's all this is probability. Every trade, every strategy that you guys ever look at will be based off of probability. It has to be, because nobody knows what this next candlestick is going to be. Every strategy, every theory is based off of probability on what has happened in past experiences using these same type of setups. Okay, so we have a 2-up finished red. We are looking for this to trend down. We've got time frame continuity. This is part of my indicator. It's also part of the gold membership that I talked about, or you can just buy it separately. You get it for life, whether you buy the membership or you buy it separately. But it comes with this time frame continuity. Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule. There's a video explaining that in my channel. It colors the bars for us. It gives us these candlestick numbers, which is all explained in other videos that I have for you guys on this channel. So we have a 2-up finished red. Sellers are in control. Very high probability we continue to trend down next week. Plus this time frame continuity. The year, the quarter, and the month are all pointing down. The week of this week, obviously, as well. They're all telling me that we are trending to the downside. So we're going to look for puts here at 40.28. I don't usually mark the targets down for you guys on the weekly setups that I give, but I'll show you just for example. That's all we're doing. Bottom of the preceding wick is where your target would be. That's where you guys can take profit. Do you have to take profit there? Absolutely not. You could take profit before if you wanted to. Doesn't matter. Profit is profit. But these candlesticks are all telling us a story, and they're saying if we trigger, go in force, meaning triggering, if we go down below that pink line next week, we are very likely to hit this first target, and that you should take some profit there. Does it mean it's absolutely going to happen? Just because something says it's going to happen doesn't mean it will. It gives us a high probability that it will, but it doesn't mean that it will. So then we have our next target here at 37.80, still potential for it to hit that as well. We move on to Chewy. Chewy has a 2-up that finished red, and we have what's called a shooter candle. So a shooter candle is a actionable signal in this strategy. There are 3 of them. So these inside bars are also an actionable signal. They don't break the high, they don't break the low. We'll talk about them if there are any on this list. But this shooter candle, actionable signal, very bearish pattern. So it's telling us again, we have a 2-up red shooter candle. It's telling us there's a very, very high probability that we continue this downtrend on Chewy next week. We also have the time frame continuity in our favor telling us the same thing. We move on to DocuSign. So DocuSign has that same thing, the 2-up that finished red, okay? There's no hammer candle or shooter candle on this, but it is a 2-up that finished red, and this is what we call a 1-2-2 Rev Strat. So that is when we have this 1 bar followed by a 2 candle, followed by a 2 in the opposite direction. So that's what we're looking for. This would be target 1, this would be target 2. A lot of times people will say this is the first target based off of this inside bar candle here, okay? I would still, for me, consider this a target and a spot. Probably not to take profit, but if we reverse through, to potentially take profit there. This is another target down here at 54.43. While we're here, I want to show you guys this, because this inside bar, we broke to the high side. It was a hammer candle. We did not hit targets, and then it reversed. So this would have been a failed trade last week off of this inside bar. But it doesn't always work out, guys. Just because it says it's going to doesn't mean it will. You have to be prepared to cut your losses and not hold on to things. This inside bar, for example, trended down for 2 straight weeks. And I usually tell you guys to get at least 2 weeks out when you're swing trading. Here's another inside bar. And this is partially the reason why. Like, you go into this off of this inside bar and you break to the high side, great, fantastic profit. You did fantastic here. If you had it for a second week and you said, I'm going to sell some, I'm going to hold the rest, look at this. If you held it for longer, look at this. This would have been multi-bagger on an options trade, okay? That's the power of options. That's the power of this strategy and following it when it hits its targets and continues on, okay? That's DocuSign. We're going to look for it to trend down. Etsy, 2 up red also, so we're going to look for that to trend down in the same way we've talked about on the previous ones above. Ford Motor Company, so here's that inside bar. Consolidating candle. It does not break the high of the previous candle. It does not break the low of the previous candle. It consolidates. And if we go back again, we just have to go back and look in time. Triple inside bar here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Inside bar, boom, boom. Okay? It doesn't always work, but inside bar, run to the downside. Inside bar, run to the upside. Inside bar, run to the downside. Inside bar, run to the upside. When you go back, guys, and you look at the probability of these things playing out, boom, to the downside. Okay, double inside bar, here's one. Didn't work out for us, okay? We trended up, triggered, did not hit targets, it reversed on us. Didn't work. But that's one out of, what are we looking at here? The 5 that we looked at, here's another one. Boom, to the upside. Here's one that did not work. So we're like 2 of 6 or 2 of 7 that didn't work out in our favor. Here's another one here that didn't work out. This one trended up. This is what I mean. So you don't have to take profit at the target. We trended up from 1575 all the way up to 1660. That's really, really good profit there. Here's another inside bar. Boom, to the downside. When you guys look at trading as probability, and you consistently trade, right? You could have had a loss there and said, I'm done trading. I don't want to take it anymore. Or you could have said, that one didn't work out. Let's hop in on the next one. What happens? That one win, this one win right here negates any loss that you would have had. This right here negates any loss. This here negates any loss. Okay? This here negates the losses that you would have had. And it's multiple times over. That's what I'm trying to get through to you guys is trading is probability. It always will be and it always is. When you realize that not every trade is going to work out in your favor, but the probability of it working out in your favor happens more often than not based off of the strat. That's the strategy we teach here. Okay, 2 up red on GM. We're going to look for that to trend down as well. We'll look for puts there. Starbucks, there's another inside bar. And again, guys, just go back and look. You don't want to believe me? Go back and look at any inside bar and the probability of it working out. Okay? Inside bar, whammo for 2 straight weeks. Inside bar, whammo for 2 straight weeks. Inside bar, whammo for 2 straight weeks. I'm not even setting this stuff up. I don't even know what the previous bars are when I'm going through this with you guys. I just know from a probability perspective that when we go back and look at this stuff, it's going to work out the majority of the time. Goldman Sachs, 2 up red. We're going to look for that to trend to the downside. Inside bar on Moderna. Okay, let's go back again. I have no idea what the previous inside bars were on the weekly on Moderna, but if we go back, we can look. This one broke to the downside, came back up, didn't work out. Okay, it just didn't. Didn't work in our favor. But remember when I talked about those 2 downs or the 2 ups that finished red? There's a 2 down that finished green, meaning the buyers brought it back. Here's an opportunity. Can we drop in on this one and take this as a 2-2 reversal? We sure can. And we hit multiple targets coming up. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. It's probability. Again, inside bar to the downside, inside bar to the downside, inside bar to the downside. Here's 2 inside bars that went outside bar. This one started to trend down. We hit target, so it worked out before it reversed. This one didn't work out. Okay, we look at this inside bar. Boom, to the downside. This inside bar. Yes, it finished green, but look, we triggered off of the bottom of this inside bar, and then we hit the target. It did what it said it was supposed to do. It did what it said it was supposed to do, okay? I can go through these all day with you guys. Look, inside bar to the downside, inside bar to the downside, inside bar to the downside. Yes, again, it finished green, but it hit its targets. You guys had profit here. Okay, you had profit there to take. This is all I'm telling you guys. Like this isn't, trading does not have to be hard. Trading, when you actually get the hang of it and realize what you're doing, is really not as exciting. It's exciting when you get the money, but the trading in itself becomes quite, it should be boring for you guys, really. Like it's patterns. It's over and over and over and the same thing over and over. You play the same things over and over and over, and you guys will find success. But you have to trust yourself. Here's Nike, inside bar. I'm not going to go back consistently and look, but here, guys, the first inside bar to the upside. Next inside bar to the upside. I'm not going to go back continuously to show you guys this stuff, but it's consistency. It's consistency. Every time I show you this stuff, it's consistency. Here's a 2-up red. We're looking for puts here, okay? Sellers are taking it back. You want to look at this inside bar? Great. This one to the downside. Worked out. This inside bar, we opened. We hit the targets. It hit the targets. And I told you guys at the beginning of this video, take your profits at the targets. And then it reversed through. You should have left with profit, though. You should have. If you were holding on for hope, like a lot of traders do, that's a losing trade for you. Learn the strategy. You can do that on this channel. You can do that with the 1-hour course in the paid portion of the Discord, or you can just use the channel and sift through the videos or the playlist and learn it, guys. This is the easiest strategy that you guys will come across. Here's Qualcomm or QCOM, however you want to say it. 2-up, finish red, shooter candle. We're going to look for puts to go to the downside. Upstart, 2-up red, full time frame continuity. Shooter candle, we're going to look for puts to the downside. XLU, the exact opposite, 2 down, finish green. Hammer candle, we are going to look for calls to the upside. And, like I said, I'm just going to delete this one. I don't normally do this, but this is where your target is, okay? And I'll change it to green so you know. That's where your target is, okay? That's where you take profit. If you take, now guys, listen, if you get up to this point, 62.74, and you're like, I'm just going to take my profit and jump out, fine. You are willing to take your profit. You were green, take your money, and move on to the next one, okay? That's the list, guys. I really hope this was informative for you and helps you guys out. I hope this channel helps you guys out. If it does, please make sure you're subscribed. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below. I'm on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. You can follow me there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Good luck trading next week. If you guys have questions, you can ask them in the Discord. Ask them in the comment section. Ask them on the Twitter channel. I will get back to you. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.